Why are married women heavier than single women? Single women come home, see what's in the fridge, and go to bed. This is too funny. Married women come home, see what's in the bed, and then go to the fridge. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth and rested. Then God created man and rested. Then God created woman. And since then, neither God nor man has rested. Stirring the Ethiopian coffee with chopsticks, the K-Bar tactical chopsticks, link down below. Using the Vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level, good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Ethiopian coffee from a care package from Thea Bardetti in a coffee mug from our Kansas friend who sent me a nice care package for Christmas. Thank you for having my back. And what else? Oh, the LL Bean fleece waffle weave sweater zip up thingy from Sam, Liquid Metal. Thank you. Let's do this coffee thing. Did I say we'll get started but first coffee? Well, we'll get started but first coffee. Nice. Ethiopian. Nice. A lot of catching up to do today. First Daybreak Show of the new year. I believe February 16th will be 8 years. 8 years on YouTube. Holy cow. Gentlemen, when your interest level is high, you always tolerate more than you should. You know why? Because you fell into the beauty trap. You have your breast goggles on. Remember, favor is deceitful and beauty is nothing but vanity. But a woman that shuns sin or has a track record of shunning sin, she shall be honored by everybody, including yourself. Does the woman you are falling in love with or dating, does she have a track record of shunning sin, or has she fallen into sexual traps her entire adult life? Patterns don't lie. She can't use you to wipe her own slate clean. You are not her savior. Be careful of the beauty trap. So in the past year, I have felt a marked difference in energy level, metabolism, drive, although I am in the top 10% of men as far as drive. All men, not just men my age, but all men. And I have considered my testosterone levels, which are higher than most, but not sufficient for my desires. And I saw a video by Chris Williamson where he went to a clinic and without being prescribed TRT, they put him on boron, magnesium, omega-3s supplements. And his testosterone went from 495 to 1006. I don't know if he has been on TRT since then, but his testimony is that he raised it just from supplementation. So here's my thoughts, because I know my morning routine does include boron, link down below. This is one of the best ones that I have found. And then a what is this called? Magnesium glycinate. So that's part of my vitamin supplement regimen. And I'm going to try this and see what happens. I'm about due in about another month or two for a new blood lab work series to see what happens with my testosterone level. So boron, magnesium, zinc, omega-3s. You can get omega-3s from salmon, which means if I can get something from real food versus a supplement, I will do the food first. But if it's one of those things where I got to eat 5 pounds of salmon a day to get what I can get in one omega-3 gel cap, then the gel cap wins. It's kind of like that commercial, how you need so many bowls of whatever the cereal was to get the amount of fiber with one bowl of, whatever that cereal was. I'm not a big cereal fan. I used to be, I'm not anymore. So boron, magnesium, zinc, omega-3, moderate workouts. Now, when I say moderate workouts, 2 to 3 times a week, not killing yourself. You're not doing PR stuff. You're not doing personal record kind of stuff. You're working hard. You are doing the time under tension principle with everything you do. Getting good sleep every night. I know that's one of the things that has been kind of plaguing me lately is my sleep, and it's irritating the hell out of me. Sometimes I get the 8 hours. My sleep tracker tells me I'm averaging about 7 hours a night. I need 7 to 9 hours a night for optimization, for being productive during the day and feeling well. Little to no alcohol, and my alcohol consumption was pretty radical. A couple years ago, I went from drinking for effect, in other words, have a drink to calm down or to relax, to having a drink because I like the taste. I like the taste of bourbon, but I don't need that much to enjoy it. I can have half of a shot and sip, and I'm good. Little to no alcohol. If you do those things, your testosterone will go up. I'm not just doing an experiment on myself. This is something that I think is going to be kind of a lifesaver for me as far as productivity, earning, and such. I don't think, my personal opinion is that libido is not just sexual energy and sex drive. It's life drive. Sex is part of that. But do you have a life drive, or are you tired all the time? Do you take a while to kind of warm up in the morning? When you go out on a cold morning, you warm your car up. Do you feel like you need to warm up? I know when I get up, I take my supplements. I will take a couple different medications that I'm on right now, and I will have a pint of water. Added to that pint of water is 1 ounce of pine needle tea that I make about every 2 weeks. So that's something that I do like clockwork. That's the first thing that I do. Usually within minutes of slamming a pint of water, 16 ounces, I feel clarity. And then I start making coffee, like what I have here, the Ethiopian and the Kansas coffee mug. 1 cup of coffee. Now, second cup of coffee is probably going to be a bulletproof type of coffee where I'm either going to put beef tallow in it, ghee, maybe a little bit of honey, and that will keep me satiated for most of the morning. And then later morning I will have breakfast. And then, because I'm a 2 meals a day guy. I don't eat 3 meals a day. And then I will have something to eat later on. Very late afternoon, not evening. I don't like eating and then going to bed. That's probably not a good habit to get into. And I did get up today at exactly 3 o'clock. Woke up. That was it. I'm not a wake up, go to the bathroom, and then go back to bed for, 3 hours kind of guy. Once I'm up, I'm up. That is it. That is how I started getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But today I woke up at 3. Gentlemen, you caused the problem. You know the solution. And you need to stop lying to yourself. As Coach EO has said 1,000 times, it begins and ends with the man. You have to take full responsibility, extreme responsibility. Everything begins with you. If I go over your problems with you, very few of you will have been actually blindsided by problems. You contributed to the onset of the issues that are plaguing you right now, which also means that you are part of the solution if you want to go there. One of the worst things you can do for yourself is start blaming anyone else, the situation, the economy, who's president. pandemics, wars, any of this stuff. You are the cause. You are the solution. And for my weekly teaching that a man settles where he has peace, and this is a message to the few ladies that watch this, it's easy to find a good man. I'll give you a couple tips here. Be trim, or as trim as you possibly can be. You don't have to be skinny. Don't worry about that skinny thing. I've dated women that are obsessed with their weight, obsessed with their body style. She was so obsessed with her weight and her waist. She thought that the area between the bottom of her ribs and her hip bones was too short and that she was muffin topping or something like that. She had good size breasts, but as she lost weight, the breasts became little and flat. And she lost her curviness, all because she wanted to get thin and she hated her waist. She hates her thighs. She hated her legs. It's just like, oh, will you just please stop this obsession with your body shape, this obsession with fat on the back of your arms, this obsession with your hair and your skin and wrinkles. It was actually tiring. It was actually tiring to be the boyfriend to a woman who's obsessed with her looks and not aging gracefully. She looked great, but she was a product. She was the result of a lot of external stuff going on. And it's tiring. It's just tiring. I remember she looked magnificent when she dressed up and went to work and whatever, but when she used to send me like a good morning video, just literally just waking up and holding the phone out and saying good morning, no makeup, sleepy face, total sleepy head, and she looked beautiful. She looked beautiful, but that wasn't enough. And I'm old enough to have known women my age who were obsessed with their looks and with their bodies, and I see them now and I'm just like, oh my God. So this is what like 30 years of obsessing over yourself looks like. It never ends well. Age naturally is aging gracefully. And a natural, graceful woman is a peaceful woman. There's nothing like being with a peaceful woman. Nothing like it. Gentlemen, do all you can to find a peaceful woman. Remember when I used to say, vet a woman for her ability and propensity to want to build. Build what you say. Build something that will outlive both of you. I add to that peacefulness. If she doesn't bring you peace, if holding her hand doesn't calm you down, if just sitting by you doesn't calm you down, you need to go elsewhere. If a text or a video message from her doesn't calm you and bring you peace, go elsewhere. Do not hesitate. If you need help leaving that marriage or that relationship, let me know. That's one of the things I do in coaching, and I've done it quite successfully. The transformed wife says, when women say my partner, we have no idea who they are referring to. Husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, business partner. God calls a man and a woman who are together a husband and a wife. I love calling my husband my husband. He's the only one who has this special title in my book. I had a girlfriend that used to refer to me as her husband, future husband. And until she didn't. Now she has a boyfriend. Patterns don't lie. Boyfriend after boyfriend, affair after affair. Women are their own worst friggin' enemies. I like to say if she refers to you as a partner or wants to keep her last name if you marry, bro, stop everything right there. No arguing, no convincing, no compromise. It's either a shit test or it's over. Save yourself time, which you will never get back. You can get money back, but you can never get time back. Save yourself the aggravation. Walk now and then thank me later. She says, I've only had 4 boyfriends. That does not mean she's only been with 4 men. That's another reason why she will break up with you. She knew you were wiser than that, and that she would eventually have to explain that. This is why so many women settle with blue-pilled, naive idiots who never ask the hard questions, and they believe everything she says. Gentlemen, believe what she does and nothing of what she says. Actions always speak louder than words. Here's a hard-to-swallow pill by Rachel Wilson. She says, Satan has convinced many women their career is more fulfilling than having children. I agree with that. The most fulfilling thing a woman can do is have children. If you don't have children, then your service should be to your husband, not to your boss. Nothing like being with a woman who calls another man boss for 40 to 50 hours a week, gets on her back for you a couple times a month, and that's a chore. So is it really Satan convincing women that their career is more fulfilling than having children? Well, it's certainly demonic. It's certainly a demonic societal trend, I think. I'm not going to be blaming Satan for everything. Many times people make their own stupid decisions, and that gets blamed on the devil. The devil made me do it. Then guess what? Then you don't have to take responsibility if the devil made you do it, do you? Remember that your first reaction to everything is always emotional, never intellectual or rational, ever. This is why you need to implement a momentary buffer period to feel the emotion, not act on it. Take a breath, think, then respond rationally. And all this can take place in 1 to 3 seconds. Just make it a practice to wait a few seconds before you react to anything. All of your reactions, every single one, is always emotional at first. One of your goals for 2024 is to stop being so emotional. And it's not a one-time thing. You don't flip a switch and then just turn off emotions. Remember, emotions are your enemy and sentimentalism is a trap. Rational, not emotional. I over E, intellect over emotions. It seems like people generally start getting old after 50 years old. I would say even like 45. They stop doing things. I've heard wives say to their husbands, you never want to do anything, or when did you become so old? But then again, I see a ton of women who never get out, and they use the children or grandchildren as the untouchable excuse, because, my Lord, who would ever argue with that? I know as a single guy who has been in the dating world, the biggest pain in the ass is women and their children and women and their grandchildren. This obsession. And that's an untouchable excuse, isn't it? Like I said, who would ever argue with that? You're such a meanie if you do. Beware of the woman, gentlemen, who has feminist or modern daughters. They're going to be a pain in your ass. And literally, she will always take sides with her liberal feminist daughter. Always. You will always take a backseat and never move in with a woman. Never move in. Never move into her house. Because if shit goes south, guess who's packing their shit? You. Back to the topic. So don't start slowing down or coming in for a landing until you literally have to. I see my peers, people my age, acting and talking like they're 85 and sick. My parents in their 80s. My parents are in their 80s. And they're active, and they never use age as an excuse for anything. But right now, any issues usually are the result of lack of sleep or poor nutrition or not being as active as they should be. You have to keep moving. You got to keep moving. That's one of the keys to staying young. Keep the blood flowing. My parents go out 2 or 3 times a week. They're not afraid to get out there on the dance floor. That's something that I started doing as I got older, was just get out and get on the dance floor with whoever I'm with. And I'll tell you what, it keeps you young. It's like the Steve Miller Band song, Dance, Dance, Dance. Great song. Take a look at that song. You'll really enjoy it. So I am going to be 64, and I have almost no limitations, and that is not an accident. I'm still strong, fast, flexible, mentally acute. You know, you will lose some things as you get older, but you will gain many other things at every stage in life. And I like to talk about the decades. From 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70. The decades. How you feel now, how you feel right now, you, sir, how you feel now is the result of what you've done in the past 10 years. How you feel now is a delayed reaction or consequence of what you've eaten, how you've slept, how much alcohol you consumed, how many vices you have, the amount of processed food that you've ingested. How you feel right now is the result of the past 10 years. 10 years from now, the same thing will be in effect. Bottom line is that you can reinvent yourself at any age, doesn't matter. If you want to book some life-changing sessions with a coach like me or just somebody and do it, your life will change. A woman with an absent father will be emotionally absent from you. In other words, she will be aloof. I can confirm that, even if that father's absence was due to alcoholism. If a woman grew up with an alcoholic father, it's going to manifest itself in your relationship. It will be as if she didn't even have a father or an abusive father because he was never in touch with his daughter. And now you have to deal with that. Damn the men who are shitty fathers to their daughters. Guys like you have to put up with that shit and deal with the fallout. Early on, find out if a woman loves her father or not. What is her relationship like with her father? One of the biggest lies that men believe is that she'll marry you for you, as if just being you is enough. Don't believe the lies. Women marry a lifestyle, not the man. Quick reminder, never drive with one hand on the wheel and one hand around your girl. Always use two hands and let her steer. If 2023 taught you anything, it should be this. There's only one person you can rely on, and that's you, yourself. So the number one goal for 2024 should be this. Be loyal to yourself. Get into shape. Do what you can to earn more. Take more risks. Disconnect all emotions from your health and wealth creation. And even, gentlemen, even the ladies in your life, disconnect her from your wealth creation. Because if she splits, everything that you have is at risk. Everything. Your hopes and your dreams and everything. If others want to join in, cool. If not, stay focused and on your purpose. What? You don't have a purpose? You need to get one. You need help with that? Book some coaching. Don't wait. And a quick reminder that if she ever refers to you as my friend, you need to walk away. Walk away. You like her, but she says, so good to hear from you, my friend. Walk away. Walk away. You know you want to be with her. You know you want to be intimate with her, but she's referring to you as a friend. She made it very fucking clear. You are friend zoned. The only thing that you want is genuine, burning desire. I can't say that enough. And they all come back somehow, some way, somewhere. They all do. And they will say, I miss you. I miss our good times together. I miss your sense of humor. Hi. Hey. How are you? How did you spend the holiday? How you feeling? You still driving the same car? I was thinking about you. Those are texts that every man will receive. If you don't detect burning desire, walk. Ignore it. Ignore it. Because what happened was she texted 5 guys that very same question. You know how dudes do the same thing. They'll text an old girlfriend and say, hey, just, hey, thinking about you. What's up? Hey, what's up? Long time no see. And a guy will do that with 5 women. Just to see, he's fishing. He's putting out the bait to see who bites. Women do the same thing. Here's 4 truths and a lie. The pics she sent to you, she's now sending to him. The playful videos that she sent to you are now even more playful, but for his eyes. Number 3, the pics you took of her on your first date across the dinner table with a glass of wine in her hand, she used as her profile pic on a dating site. Number 4, you now realize that you were her marketing department. And 5, she said she loved you and wants to spend the rest of her life with you. There's 4 truths and a lie. Which one is the lie? And finally, you heard me say before, the clothes make the man, but muscles make the clothes. That is true. even with women. Clothes make the woman, but her figure makes the clothes. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.
My God, that is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
Great ass!
And I cruise down the street like a free rider. New shoes on my feet like a free rider. And I move to the beat like a free rider. And I scoot through the week like a free rider. And I scoot through the week like a free rider. Got my new shoes on my feet like a free rider. And I move to the beat like a free rider. Yeah, and I scoot through the week like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider. Like a free rider.